Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Good morning, Diligent Diners. Pixel Chef here for another Let's Play of a brand new game called Tavern Talk. A game I've had my eye on for a little bit, but due to massive issues with attention span, I have been constantly distracted. However, this is a visual novel game, and I figured it'd be a nice little change of pace to my usual norm. Excuse me 1 second. Delicious Pepsi. Oh. I see I have that problem. Apologies. Just found out one of my Cokes is like frozen solid, so it's a little farther back in the fridge than what it should be. So what exactly is this game? Well, if anybody knows anything about D&D, you have adventurers, and adventurers normally gather in pubs, taverns, so on and so forth. They come in, they collect quests, and they go. You get to play as that tavern keeper, and you have particular magic in your brewery. The characters are all quirky, there are dozens of them, and I've just been kind of looking forward to this. My pronouns. We are going with he, him, because I am simple that way.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, don't ask me that. Hi, innkeeper. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, same trees, the same Amaranth and Hydra guarding the entrance of Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very... exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roast nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, not just something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Sorry. So, what you're saying is you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me that much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix callus. I was talking about the spice in your life. Oh. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you think that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but it's also not particularly fun? Have you tried adding some zest in your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or the gala. Arrive at the hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? They don't fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if there's not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things that I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you did. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means the Swift Strike. That means the Swift Strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-like nymph floating across the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with the nymph, or you want to be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a Swift Strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yeah. Really? I like her look of, uh-oh. Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron, or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Oh my god, he's so round and cute! Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Undo. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Really? It looks like you haven't missed an hour. Seriously, it looks like you just jammed the bucket into the counter and he's just like, I live here now. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If you want to look at the specifics, I checked the detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what you asked for me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for the most varied results, but the right balance is crucial. So I stick to the recipes. When I settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Alright, so I'm gonna guess this is intelligence. This is dex. I can only assume this one's strength? I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess it up or redo my drink for any other reason, I simply feed my mistakes to Undo. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Alright, so I got a Frosted Lagoon. The Frosted Lagoon protects you from any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers additional UV protection. What more can you ask of it? Sweet and sparkling in taste, the Spoken Heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic boost, great for the bards and emotional repressed individuals. The Southern Brawler is a perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the piquant aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold, depending on what kind of fight you're looking for. The distilled flavors of the cosmos. The sparkling nebula fizzes on your tongue and rewires your synapses, inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. Storytellings and scholars alike can broaden their horizons with the taste of the stars. Be a leaf on the wind with the swift strike. This must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order of deliciousness, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. Alright. So... Oh. No, just instantly pours. Just boop, 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 boop. Alright. Boop. So that's Dex. So I need a little bit of intelligence. I was right. This is intelligence. So there we go. One of those. And this is defense. Thank you, Undo. Thunk. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh, hello, dark and mysterious spooky person. Just comes out of nowhere. You gonna say something, big guy? How can I help you? A drink. For drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Alright. Spoken heart. Alright, so this is charisma. 1, 2, 3, boop. And now we need a little bit of battle and a little bit of defense. Here you go, Undo. Go, 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 go. What do you think of that, big guy? Oh, and I can pet him. Oh my god, he's got sparkling eyes. Oh, you are too adorable. Boop. Boop. And away it goes. I was wondering, just be like, what's it like to be eating Undo? Oh my god. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Huh. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong in the woods, the streams that ripples down the mountains. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life full of adventure, boredom, and feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong, and I want to sing songs about my adventures that make others yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. What? Stop aching then? I think so. Yes. What if... It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? It would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Huh. Hello. Hi. You are somebody's tall drink of water. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, innkeeper? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care, or Lynn. I couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Carolyn. What can I do you for? Perhaps something to drink? You do the things like quests, yes? So they say. Do you want one? Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quests for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble at the Tavern. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Alright, so let's open this up a little bit. Oh, we'll read that in a sec. Oh, there's a lot of lore, okay. Ah, rumors. Okay, so that's where that's at, okay, and Fable, Verafina. Elf, age 110. Ranger. In the Ashen Groves, neutral good. The Hanged Man Arcana, whatever that is. Ranger, taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul with a regular wayfarer in. They dream of being an adventurer, but they are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything. Their Northern allergy probably doesn't help either. 36 Beast Slayer. A werewolf. That's news to me. Listen, me too. I didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south of Erve. Been wondering if it's the same one just moving up, like a nomad. I thought the werewolf type died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? I think so. Nah, they just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire? Which one are you, innkeeper? I'm a dog person, so I gotta go with werewolf. I'm sorry, everybody. Is it all fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass for a werewolf? Yes, all the time, at least twice a day. Only downside for looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. Sorry to hear that. That hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next one to be Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know, don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get down with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Carolyn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Car, or Lynn. Alright, Chief. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeeper? Yeah, we're just gonna go with Lynn. Just Innkeeper for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeeper, then before I venture... Well, Innkeeper, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Gotcha. I think we got the Southern Brawler. So, 3 strength. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1 bit of charisma, 1 bit of defense. Order up. Okay, this is charming. I like this. A drink with zero water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Okay! Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptake in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open up old wounds and you stapled shut, or eat your face. The past hunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright, well then. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Alright. Lynn likes a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste of strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Oh my god, if her and Fable meet, oh my god. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn into a proper quest, yes? Don't want them to go to waste. Okay. So let's put the werewolf over there. Put the undead stuff over there. Yeah, I could use some help. Fine. I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where all sorts of rumors. This is where I sort out all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best step would be to sort the matching snippets on the quest board. Just drag them over and make sure they're all the same quests. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select a quill for yourselves and I'll read that up. Got it? Got it. Thanks for your help, Len. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too, then. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Alright. Alright, let's put that in, and this in. So, a Volkukin. The Volkukin. A Volkukin? Man, that's a weird sound, but alright. Told me about a werewolf who's roaming around Targarin, potential threat to villagers. The werewolf previously has been seen in Eterve, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? The werewolf's secret weakness is fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. The reticent Vokukin passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting werewolf making up a Targaryen from Mogar. They pose a potential threat for both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on the quest and save Targaryen from the werewolves? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. This is fun. And stab. There you go, undo. And sweep the place up. And blow out the candle. Ooh. The Wayfarer's Inn, Act 1. Number 2, Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake. Oh, is that my tavern? Oh, it looks so cool. Oh, I got a little dragon on the picnic table. That's so... Oh, man. See, I would love this. I bet that's where I sleep, up there. This is like where people can stay. That's cool. Alright. Hello, you. Really, Fable? What do you have there, Fable?
I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Triggerman. Is that true?
It is indeed.
Have you sent anyone after it yet?
Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday.
Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday?
Not yet.
What kind of hero are you looking for?
One who knows the way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who's good with the bow. One who tells me they want the quest.
Ah, I am good with the bow.
Yes, Fable.
And I know my way around the woods.
I know, Fable. And
maybe I want the quest?
Just maybe.
No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been thinking about is you telling me to follow my heart. Then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got a silver arrow for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet.
And then
I didn't think that far ahead.
I see.
Rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest and then I have to go on a quest and I have to find a werewolf or talk to a werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me, and what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow? I miss and shoot the tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. It wouldn't be really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf.
That took a quick turn.
So maybe I should put the quest back.
Fable,
Yes?
do you want me to tell you to take the quest?
Maybe?
I can't make that decision for you.
Neither can I! Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move.
That slime's less anxious than you.
You've met slimes?
My tavern is open to everyone.
Oh, right. What do slimes drink?
Water. More slimes. Bones.
You sell bones?
Only to slimes.
Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor.
I think I'd have a fine hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable?
In general?
I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead.
Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make for a good start to a song, right? A prelude to an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms.
The worms.
They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, I start to think more deeply about what might happen. All my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. There's something making you feel like you might fail, aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf. We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats that they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures to remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with an Amaranthan Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Okay, why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and when good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. I'd get caught and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once. I wish it had been just once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of the ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventurer companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils were blooming and they'd make a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always call me anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with the evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me, and I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make the tincture out of the hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. So, the Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Did you know about that? Oh, thank Gaia, your word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great dangers to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Triggering recommended me. I agreed to help, of course, my first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people! Seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shiny armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks to the Shivermire, home of the Mary Morgan. You know, the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if it's really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found our way out by dawnbreak. The fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid farewell when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I was still a laughingstock to every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. You said it had a taste for adventurers.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
So, the first encounter with the Hydra. Let's talk about that.
Well, just the day after I arrived to guard the portal of the Dream Plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought in some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it was fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranth and Hydra, and I have this whole speech how I was looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot about all I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits, then at me, and it said, "By the river's star stands a man who read the firmament's past. Some things are sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are changing like the Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, an Amaranth and Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest! Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answers, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to set foot in front of it again, lest I know that it was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore. I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea.
Did you get it some?
Yes.
Then you completed its quest.
3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died.
Whatevs are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing.
Adventures don't come tied up neat, mistaken bows.
Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourselves for them. I'd like it the same nonetheless.
You do?
Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable the Messy Adventure with the heart of gold and endearing personality, on the other hand, great non-guy. Might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that.
I won't. Thank you, innkeeper.
And because I like you so much, I'm gonna keep giving you free advice.
I hope so. What do you have for me, then?
You seem to be insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here.
But how can I not be, with everything I touch falls apart?
You know that isn't true.
You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of.
You have to find out then.
Like, on a quest?
For example.
Don't you think I'm a little underleveled?
Do you think that will change by sitting around?
I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better?
Best thing you can do is try to help them. So, what if an adventure swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, might even end up forming a party.
Oh.
And besides, if it's the perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever.
I didn't think about it like that.
Maybe I shouldn't decide
to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner. So if I screw up, I can just run away really quick.
That's the spirit.
Okay, I Fable, a great gardener and, future hero. Charmer of nymphs. I'm going to embark on a quest to save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right?
Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like to drink to aid on your journey?
Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so the werewolf can't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm gonna need a surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just like a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we can even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Just keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. Could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay. So something with a lot of dex or something with a lot of charisma. Well, well, it is a werewolf. Let's try the Swift Strike. 1, 2, 3. And a little bit of defense. And a little bit of intelligence. There we go. 1 Swift Strike. This should do it. Oh, that tastes great. Very brisk. Do you feel a little braver? No, not yet. But I feel faster, more agile, swifter with my bow. Like an arrow could find any werewolf's heart. I'm sure the bravery will come later. I'm sure it will. Thank you. This drink gave me some hope. And heart palpitations. I think that's your anxiety. Maybe. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay. I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I'd like to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so I brought you phoenix chilies from my garden. These seem like something you enjoy. They possess the natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption could pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That was a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions for a few days, I'll take a look at them together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Got a lot of rumors here. I wonder how Fable's doing. Maybe they'll find some new ingredients for me. Although, probably not. I hope my shipment arrives soon. Oh! Short, pale, and brooding. Nice to see you. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try to be more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine.
Thank you. Alright. I think that's 1, 2, 3. 1. There we go. Open up a bit, man. I like the little hearts. The spoken heart just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words.
Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me want to come back for more. Might not.
Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. What the great googly moogly?
Careful, you'll step on my cape.
Oh, hush.
Oh, hush.
Greetings, travelers. How may I help you?
Not another one of those empty blabbers.
Would you prefer a different line?
Let's
see. Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks?
No. That feels wrong somehow. Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly.
I'm fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so.
You're planning to try and peer into my backstory?
Probably.
Ugh, I'm warning you. I'm very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. Why are you ignoring me? Not ye, the innkeeper. The innkeeper is ignoring me?
Not in the slightest.
Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky.
I see. That thing on your shoulder is quirky too.
What thing? Ah, my cape.
Your cape.
That's not his cape. That green fellow on his shoulder is an ooze.
Or what's left of it.
And the rest of it is on you?
Aye.
Pretty tough to clean off.
May I ask how that happened?
You just did.
Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for a story in your names.
Yes, a lovely story.
Well then, may I have your names?
No, but I shall tell it to you. I am Sir Alphonsus Louis Frederic de Gutte de Song. It's long for Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle.
Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you?
Blood. Or if you're out of that, I'll settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color.
I'll look for something with red in it. Red. One, 2, 3. One Southern Brawler. There you go. Some almost blood in there for you, sir.
Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious.
That smile! That smile!
It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, I would let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Nice to meet. Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable. Tough as the mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Frosted Lagoon. Haven't made that one yet. All defense, 1 attack, 1 charisma. Let's see, I just kind of want to mix it around a little. Ta-da! A taste of Ur, just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I love that this Rhea is just a gamer, just being like, skip. That gold tooth! Okay, these guys are awesome. I see you are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dulvamar, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier, and I deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very bearing story. Perhaps we can go for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And their sun kills ye. And the sun kills ye? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when the ooze slurps up me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly fool, she dug me out. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Baruvia. And perhaps it could get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did. Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get ye to Baruvia so ye can participate in your fancy vampire bouquet, and in return I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here, fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons, and I started to wonder where in his life did this man put his cape. Where everyone puts their capes. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe, lad? What? No! Kyle, maybe we can find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could! Phenomenal! I could put it on the quest for you, but for that, we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. A was getting ready for the annual vampire banquet hosted by the Lord Strut in Beruvia. Where I getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. I first thought, of course I couldn't find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it to an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore your cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, simply had to wear the most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampire Countess Evelyn residing in Merrill Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape! I could never live without my cape! Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all my heart. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps Innkeeper? That's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there? Brave enough? I'm afraid... Oh, whoops. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn would kill me or on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think I could find such an adventurer. We'll set up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Merrill Castle? Deep past the Abyss of Dread, at the foot of the mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers and mansions of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco Champion of 1467. The right heroes should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have that cake back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeeper, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make through another tale of woe without something artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. There you go. 1, 2, 3. And boop. There you go. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No. I cannot drink now that I am consumed with the thoughts of my lover's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like I used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Alright. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of the Chimera saliva
For sun protection, a chimera. A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads in all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? What are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but me shovel and ooze goop, you're no match for such a beast. No problem, I can make another quest for my trusted board. And will it be done? Tell me, what can I walk around mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, innkeeper, while we wait for someone to do this work, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like it gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. You may become a real boy one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. I have... That smile! I love that smile! Alright, so let's start... Let's start with the vampire. So the vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day. At the foot is wary. There we go. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at the wedding where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare retrieve the long-lost cape, but beware she might be invisible. And now this one. Alright, so a chimera lives in the Quag Mangrove. That looks about right, so chimera. And the quest. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rarely saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva, just a bucket of spit? Wow, that's a lot of spit. Alright, feed the dragon. Nom 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 nom. Sweep the floor. And snuff out the candles. This is such a charming game. I'm loving this. New friends and former enemies. Ooh, my shipment of infusions have arrived this morning. Now I have access to fake crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix Jellies, I have 3 infusions now. Ooh, I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of some use. Hey, it's you two! Alright, Fable, how'd it go? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't have to read a single text to know exactly how bad this went. Oh my god. You are gonna murder her. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta find my voice. Okay. Listen, I can fix this. Just let me pick up some chamomile tincture from my treehouse. Chamomile is proven to be great at healing wounds. You've done enough, little pal. I'll be good from here. Thanks. Fable, Lynn, back so soon. Innkeeper. Say, did you send this blighter after me? Told you it has nothing to do with any of this. My fault alone. So let me at least fix you up. You better keep your clumsy hands off me. Now, how about we calm our spirits a bit and tell me what happened? A misunderstanding, I suppose? Yes. The elf thought I was Uncle Dragon lookalike. The uncle that looks like a werewolf. Yes. No. It's a bit more complicated. Doesn't matter. What matters is the elf mistook me for a werewolf. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Maybe, but not on purpose, I promise. It's just me and my bad luck. See, it happened again. Nothing ever goes right. Don't say that, Fable. Tell me what happened. We can start from the beginning, alright? Right. So, you sent me out for the werewolf and triggering. I felt agile and ready and braver than I ever felt before. The quest I gave you, Innkeeper. I recall, Lynn. Good. I have my shortcuts and trails that allow me to travel rather swiftly through the Ashen Grove, and by the early dusk I reached the borders of Triggering. The Ashen Grove thins out around there. You can catch a glimpse of the wild fields and vineyards, and as well as the farm or two. Truly idyllic, especially during sunset. There's one downside to this idyllic sunset, though. Ugh. It gets dark. Of course it does. Every tall, looming person in the dark is automatically a werewolf. Huh? No, but every tall, looming person hunting down a farmer's sheep is... No, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. And the quest stated that was exactly what the werewolf would be doing. In my defense, I'm broke. We've all been there. So, Lynn was busy hunting sheep, and in the shadows of the dusk, you thought she might be the werewolf. Exactly so.
And then you needed not one, but 3 arrows? I'm swift with a bow. I figured. And I was preparing to fight, not bargain. So I shot. Trigger happy. I can't get myself to aim right for the heart, so I aimed for the shoulder. And suddenly the werewolf started cursing and cussing words I've never heard before, like a sailor. Or I'd imagine a sailor would swear. I've never actually met one. You're telling me you've never heard a beep before? Hey, what's going on? Beep! Why is it censored? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyways, I was watching my prey through the bushes and suddenly I felt a piercing pain in my shoulder. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Of course, I cussed and swore that beeping hurt. Never been so happy to have missed. So I turn around and get ready to lunge at the rascal who dared aim at me. And an orange gleaming eye staring at me through the shadows right into my soul. I thought, that's it, it's over. I heard the bells of death ringing in my ears. I was done for and hadn't even set foot in the Ashen Grove. I stumbled backwards, tripped over a branch, crashed into a tree. Nah, you wanted to pass some bells, elf. Elfie? Actual bells from the chapel in town. My name's Fable. Right. So, they crashed into a tree and the rustling leaves cracking the branches in a high-pitched yelp. I didn't yelp. Yes, you did. It caught the attention of the actual culprit. He must have been on his way to tear apart yet another sheep. Put that tongue away! Perhaps the farmer's heart this time at the rustling caught his attention. I heard the growling, such a deep gutter growl, it made my blood curdle. I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes. Sounded more like an empty stomach to me. A big empty stomach then. Either way, bad, very bad. A howl rang through the air when I emerged from the bushes. Tall and towering, glowing red eyes, fangs as big as my hand. Probably around 8 feet tall. 6 feet max. 8. Seeing this tall creature sent shivers down my spine. You said that already. No, I didn't. Seeing that tall creature sent shivers down my spine. And I was frozen. I was sure Mary Morgan incident would repeat itself. I stand there and watch everything as it happens, unable to move. He looked around, sniffed the air, and his eyes locked on mine. But then I remember what you told me. Werewolves love playing fetch. So I swiftly pushed away from the tree and picked up the stick from the ground. The werewolf noticed my movement. But before it could lunge at me, I threw the stick in the bushes as far away from me as possible. I wanted to buy myself time to adjust my bow, but the stick somehow also influenced Carolyn to both of them hurtled toward the bushes. And that's not all. While I couldn't help but run after the stick, I noticed something odd on the werewolf. Flannel rags. So I forgot about the stick and grabbed him by the throat, slamming him against the tree. He wiggled and twisted like a worm, growling and barking in my face. I stared at him in the eyes, and I heard the elf approach from behind. They knocked an arrow on the bow. Don't, Karen said, and lowered his bow hesitantly while she studied the werewolf's face. She growled like she always does. Uncle Dragon, she explained, and I flinched. That Uncle Dragon. Yay. That darned uncle was in full werewolf transformation. In front of me, right there. Acting like the biggest, wildest rascal in the whole world. I was joking when I told you that story, Innkeeper. I wouldn't have thought the werewolf was actually my uncle. But that is exactly why I don't have cases involving lycanthropy. So, how did you deal with him? Confronted him, of course. Knocked some sense into him, you know. We tied him to a tree so he wouldn't get any ideas about transforming back. I knew learning all those sailor knots was good for something. It's good for a lot more than that. Oh! I mean, either way, the truth is only half exciting as figuring out what was.
Apparently, he contracted lycanthropy at the annual family gathering. And since he grew short-tempered, he and his husband got into a lot of fights. So he ran away. I can understand that all too well. And of course, I can't kill Carolyn's uncle just because she's a werewolf, so you let him go. The elf knows a swamp witch that might have worked as a cure. Drop them off there. No more tearing apart sheep. For now. So, all in all, you'd say the quest was a success? With a few obstacles attached, and someone getting hurt. Listen, the arrows themselves ain't the problem. The koto, that was expensive. I'm sorry, really. Don't worry about it. After all, we got rid of the lichen for now. Elfie, I even got you a keepsake. It's nothing really. It's not even that interesting. I just thought. You thought? I thought it would be a nice reminder for my first successful quest. I like trinkets. What is it? Come on, quit being shy. Well, we played fetch with the stick afterwards, and I thought I could bring it here. After all, Carolyn brought it back to me. And had to finish playing fetch after all. A nice memory of sorts, you know. It is a nice memory. Thank you, Fable. I know just where to put it. Right here. Oh, there it is! Right, anyways. How about a drink to celebrate? On me. I told Carolyn you have a hand at mixing just the right thing for any situation. Absolutely. For the both of you. I'll pass. I'm gonna be running home quick to get the chamomile tincture. See you later. Later. So, innkeeper, surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By the way, I mean make the usual. Strength never gets old. Alright, I'll be back in just a sec. My dog's got a bit of a stomach ache and has been having the runs every hour all day. And I'll deal with that and I'll be right back. about that. So we need... I thought maybe there was a note saying their favorites. Yeah, she just had a lot of strength, so... Thunk! Here, this should be to your liking. It is? Not bad. Thanks. I'm trying to do like Russian, but I keep going into Scottish. So, that little blighter, you raised them? Fable? Oh, no. No. That's surprising. You seem two very close. Like family. They're regular. I see. Huh. This still available? Yeah. Great. I'm taking it. You still have arrows stuck in your shoulder. 'Tis but a scratch. Plus, Elfie is getting more one of their hippie selves. Plus, Elfie is getting me one of their hippie selves. Should be fine after. Alternatively, you could take a rest. Get some sleep. Let your wounds heal. Rid yourself of the ammunition decorating your body. Alternatively, you can mind your own business. I know what I can handle. And if I don't move on to a proper quest without bumbling elves and useless relatives, I'll go insane sooner or later. You want that? No, at least not in my tavern. I worked really hard on that woodwork. Then do your job and let me take it. I mean, you already have. I'm just doing my job and, how do you call it? Expressing appropriate concern. You did this woodwork yourself. Excellent transition, Lynn. Yes, I did. I did all of it myself. Why? Couldn't get anyone to help? I had a very specific vision. And too much free time. That too. Boredom does things to you. One day you're bored, next you're learning how to gloss wood. Do you know any carpentry? I know of carpentry. And of boredom. That's exactly why I got to take this quest. Need to counteract this boredom before it makes my biceps shrink. I don't think how that works. But boring is not what I call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen? Couldn't get more reckless than that. It could be taking Elfie. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. Don't need another accidental piercing. So, the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't the vampire get that chimera's goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if anyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realm. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with that doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're only worried about?
I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes. Excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to... Why haven't you? It's exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This is a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about Guardians? It's less about Guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the Chimera. It's got the dragon's head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragons' heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journey. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met them in each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes for them and all. My sword's one of those, passed down onto me before she left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of the dragons one last time. Maybe she's off stealing sheep. Too soon. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a Wyvern Chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those felines. Different varieties of scales, even the cow one, I think. Never found a Wyvern one in all of her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her a story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much. No, who's a good puppy? So, you like dragons? They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You could just ask them for their magic. Not sure about the wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I am a warrior. I do not do all that magic. Beep! Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. And a little help never hurted anybody. The last time someone tried to help me, they shot me with 3 arrows. They weren't trying to help you, they were trying to kill you. But alas, does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on the request. Sure. You'll be happy to hear I got some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, it sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright. What can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for the spotty wouldn't hurt. But they're quick, duty, so I need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. I'll be risking it all on a bad idea. Maybe you'd want a drink with an infusion? I just got unpacking my shipments today. A what? Infusion. I use them to spice up my drinks. They grant you special abilities. Like Phoenix Chilies. A little bit of one can make you fire resistant. That can be very useful in a fight. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery. No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on that intelligence. I don't need any of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Alright, so infusions. Ooh. They can alter a drink in ways where I have to use different ingredients than usual. Alright, so either an intelligence drink or a fire. So let's try this. Oh, okay, I see. So it gives me a little bop. So then what's this do? Okay, that's... Huh, alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, so... She wants defense. So... The Frosted Lagoon gives the best defense. So that got it there. So next is, well, it's already got the fire. Ah, so I just gotta do a little less. Okay. Figured it out. You're getting better. Thanks. I'm feeling tougher already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. I think I can almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is that sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. What I do need is that chamomile stuff. Gonna go look for that later. Go easy on them. Thank you. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. That was funny. Oh, that was like, that was crystal perfect. Oh, your hood's down. Ooh, I like that hair. I like that hair a lot. That's very good hair. Good evening to you too. Oh. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Ooh. Did the wind carry you in? Didn't like that one. No. My legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally. I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. If someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know the castle. Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at nights? Yeah. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes, so I guess she looked pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all the animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt-feeding, rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. The only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences of being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one of the shadows of the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you can easily swipe something else along with that cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for an example? Just something to pretty up the tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest, I think. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior designing. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow me to dip into parts of yourself that weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself from your shadows. Say, what do you trade for that? How about a joke? A joke? That's not... I don't do jokes. Then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. Oh my god, the little tear. How do explorers find their treasures? Well, by dragging them to a safe location. Alright, I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks, and some of my renowned infusions. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either the Fey crystals or the frozen pine cone. Frozen pine cones have absorbed some of the natural's icy proportions. They can help you with some magic frost barrier that can hurt those trying to harm you. Fey creatures hail from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible eventually, and for a bit. The duration's a bit unpredictable. Also got some phoenix jellies, but I don't think they'll be useful in your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so I must be strong and vigorous if I want a stake in her heart before her fangs get near my neck. Now that does sound appealing. Strength, I can do, and some frost armor should help with those fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be evade her wrath entirely, to out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that should malign the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility would help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Ooh.
So, I could give him invisibility. Oh, this is so tough. So I either have to give him the Southern Brawler or the Swift Strike. The invisibility is unpredictable, so I can easily seeing it failing at the most opportune time. I like this guy. I want to have him back more. At least I think he's back. So, yep, he, Rogue. Oh, I got more infusions to come. Yay! So, frozen pine cones. Which ones are magical ingredients and which ones are regular frozen pine cones? Fake crystals. Oh. So, a frozen pine cone takes away speed. The chili takes away intelligence. The fake crystal takes away... Ah, okay. That's cool. Oh, I can see where the quests are. Oh, that's cool. This is really fascinating. Like, part of me is just like, I want to dip in all this, but I don't want to spend all my time here, you know? I mean, granted, it also shows you how many quests you can have. It's like, oh, that's so cool. Alright, back to the recipes. Here we go. I think I'm gonna go for the safe bet here. Just because the fake crystals are a little bit unpredictable. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, because she's invisible. So a little bit of charisma. Alright, so the brawler. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Liquid Sunrise? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, innkeeper. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the Liquid Sunrise? Good one. Tastes like sun, a cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. The sun, Evelyn. Ah, that makes more sense. Goodbye, innkeeper. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie in the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next stunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Difficult character. They're so caught up in their fantasies of the edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding like one too. Ah. Or for a bitter end. Oh, please come back, Zephyr. I want to see more of your edginess. You're fun. Yeah, the invisibility felt like too much of a risk. Starlight Sonata. Just checking something here. Oh, good. Alright. Oh! Hello! Hey, innkeeper. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been busy with hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something's amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. And they do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again. You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being irregular. Eventually, I'll be all figured out. I'd hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in my capabilities of my mind wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from the weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Alright. Well... One frosted lagoon. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I needed for my trip. Where are you heading anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Exactly a place known for its population. Convention especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They're also to be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. Okay, that's funny. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure, but do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs? No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know that what I'd be excited for, what about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly, and the sun tickles the sky and the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things would be nice muses too. Bet I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make use of some of the flowers and berries, but Borean flora is suitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How about the birds doing apart from all of being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green chicanures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back to the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention. Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me, but I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach her how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite a walk to the treehouse. And you don't want to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long, Keeper. See you soon. Ah, so that's right at sunrise. Oh, night again. Wow. Hey, Fable, you're back. Oh, the fox in the crown. That's cool looking. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. Well, sort of. It was a little depressing. How so? Can I have a drink first? Sure, what are you looking for?
Something zesty, perhaps? No, not today. Something to help me wind down a little. Feel a little less like a bunch of mushy moss. Oh, I still have to make the rounds for the grove later. So something that'll keep me awake and agile would be nice. Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
I'm already on it. 1, 2, 3. Nope. There you go, undo. There you go, little guy. Oh, the sparkly eyes. Is that right? There you go, your favorite, the Swift Strike. Here.
Thank you. This is delicious. You'll always know what I need. I think I feel ready to tell you the story now.
Please, go ahead.
Do you remember Mr. Dragon?
Lynn's deadbeat werewolf uncle? Unfortunately.
I think he's still on her mind. She's been very down since we came back, and I'm worried about how quiet she's being, too. I wanted to cheer her up.
That's very kind of you. How did you do that?
I only tried to. I didn't go very well. I should probably just pretend it didn't happen.
Fable. Tell me about it, please.
Okay, so we have this small werewolf community in the Ashen Grove. A couple lycanthrope affected elves settled there about 200 years ago, and they've welcomed people like them ever since. They offer support for anyone trying to get their curse under control, and a home with a beautiful view to boot. I thought if I took Carolyn there, it would show her that there's still hope for her uncle, even if he doesn't find a cure. She thought it was ridiculous in a little city. Silly, at least until I started trying to involve the werewolves.
Oh boy.
I tried to tell them about Mr. Dragon so they could help cheer her up. Thought if I told them he's chasing a cure, they would be interested in meeting him. Maybe even offer to help. But instead, everyone just ended up really sad. Then they were all quiet. Sorry, Fable. It was a sweet idea. Maybe just a little too soon. Or too late. I wish I could have done more that day. Maybe made them talk it out, or hug it out, or yell it out.
The day is over. It happens, and went how it went. All you can change is the present.
I guess that's true. I took her on a walk after to the favorite spots in the grove. She told me a bit about her Baba. She sounds very nice. She sounds much nicer than Mr. Dragon.
Indeed.
I hope the Wyvern Chimera is everything she hopes it to be.
Perhaps it will be, or maybe it'll be even more.
I hope so. Well, maybe the stars at Cassiopeia and Leviathan guide her way.
Maybe they lead her down the right path, and back to my tavern.
Do you think she'll let me read her star signs soon?
Maybe if you ask her nicely.
Maybe, though I wouldn't want to bother her.
Maybe you should ask her.
Alright, if you say so. I'll ask her when she comes back so I can draw her chart. And if she says no, I'll keep trying until I figure her out.
That's the spirit.
I hope she'll come back.
Of course she will. They always do.
I'd like to think so.
Me too. You should take a break from worrying. Maybe stay a while before heading back.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay.
Always. Oh God, yes! Greetings, innkeeper. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature.
Greetings, Mr. Vampire.
Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink?
I am, thank you.
Then I shall leave you to your inspiring aftertaste. Innkeeper, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not.
Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding in them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but I underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling as an inn. It's not that young. The boy doesn't even run yet, dear innkeeper. It's so many eons ahead of it. Oh, that smile. I like the sound of that. As a celebration for a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think it would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it into the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. Ta-da! Some faux blood for the bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeeper. The only thing that can make me happier is drinking lovely title to the innkeeper's veins. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how's the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. So pride and joy. I would hope no one's swimming in that. But I've sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was also going to take the day off and spend vacation with her. But when I started to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, so I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right! I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, full of music that would have made anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall, very brooding, just like how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said that if I tried to take it, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester! Dark armor and swirling shadow of onyx blood. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plume crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted deliciously, Ted. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though. I feel he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would never agree to that. It's my cape, after all. Maybe I wanted my Pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me? He would ask me about you. Me. Yes. Said he's an old friend of yours. He's very curious about how your inn is doing. He sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver your greetings and congratulations on your well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeeper has found in his house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring a bell for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. You must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want me to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly, I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found the gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation present. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memories live on in my heart. Oh. Anyhow, he said it was a gift for himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She has the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight, reflecting on the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she's the harbinger of yearning and a change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capable in sunscreen by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal of change of dangerous innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means! Maybe a promise is morning, but maybe celebrations also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. That reminds me, I forgot the crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No. I don't think it's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But it would be kind of romantic, longing, dwelling in the memories of a friend. It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't that sound lovely? They aren't a part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do, fireworks. Oh my god! Holy... What? I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful they're falling from the sky! Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those are fireworks. They're stars. My mouth is just open right now, like, oh my god. Wow. Just
Wow. I mean... Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Oh. Just... It's so cliche, but I still didn't see it coming, and it was like, did he just blow up the... No. Stars. It was like an asteroid. It was like, what the hell? Right? I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly a whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a bit battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully, none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. That way, whoever comes in can at least get a small taste of normalcy. The Sunny Breeze. Charisma and intelligence. A little bit of swiftness. I think that sounds like a good plan. Innkeeper. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Jade. Didn't think you'd show up again after the last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that brawl? Ah, no clue actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe, but you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times after all, although I brought you something I knew you'd find useful just in case you did remember who started that brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some Thunder Sage. Found it at one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just try not to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful, numb the tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. By the way, adorable turtle. Your tavern seems to be getting on in the years. Seems like nothing can escape your grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personal. You still got some of your old appeal? Yes. You can be honest. You can be honest, you know. You're not my type. That's okay. Perhaps your drinkers are my type, though. What can I serve you? Something that'll keep my mind sharp. You never know what will come your way next. Gotcha. So something for the mind, huh? Sparkling Nebula. Boop. Haven't done this drink yet. So sparkly, right? Undo. So that gives a whole bunch of intelligence, which drops the mana. Okay. Perhaps you'll find this appealing. Now that's what I call
Now that's what you call a drink? Maybe you haven't gotten on the years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in the Saya Plains. A sandworm keeps terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes they got to eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only the sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna and... snap. Gonya. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest at the Zolford from the local merchants and decided to go to take a look. Zolford. The seaport. Yeah. Always considered it to be rather calm there. It was. It still is. Sometimes, at least. Initially, you thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. So I went there to deal with some bandits, looking at their most wanted list and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick up anything. Other than a few hush whispers at the market, that is. Something about some archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you? No, I'm not a welfare associate. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's willing to pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues are running about. So I came, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. Honestly, not too good. I'd ask if you wanted to talk, but I think I already know the answer. Correct. Sure. Whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern's just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Hello. Shooting stars. It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped with every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. Lots of frosted lagoons. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales. Sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith, and my day off. I can only imagine the scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some stars rained and managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix up the place. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else do you have it been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia, rarely. But it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis to me. Cassiopeia, help me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you are not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is Elithia Anwar. I am a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and a lady of the gilded sea. I fight for those who cannot fight themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom, and I am very aware when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleased to meet you, Alithia. Now, trust me when I tell you this is more than just an average asteroid shower. I'm bad at testing strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually, I reside in Aperture, a temple in the far northwest dedicated to Cassiopeia, but for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with the millions of stars raining on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia and harbor the luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice. And what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home of creatures beyond your comprehension. It's a theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something off in the moment it happened, perhaps even bad. Feel like impending doom when all the hairs on the neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, Innkeeper, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter of time. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring those affected, many have referred to you in your tavern. If anyone has any tell, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start my investigation. Well, you could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I could certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need, and perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, Alithia? I will help you fix up the tavern free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about this after I return. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in a time of crisis? Not sure if I call it crisis. Sure, if that's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped them from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more confident in saying that if they weren't to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they all just get paid without working. I wouldn't say they aren't working. That does sound a little unfair. Plenty. Which is why it's even more important that we take care of the things here on Gaia. What are you? Ayo! Greetings, innkeeper. Who? Me? You're the one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just a standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more of those. I have a wide variety of greetings. If that makes you feel better. Hit me, innkeep. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings. How hops it? How what? Hops. What does that even mean? I think it means how's it going? Ah, cool. Wait, are those tattoos? Whoa! They look so cool. Thanks. These are my bones, actually. Double wall. What's your name? Who are you? Tell me everything. Jade. You. Aniko. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I'd prefer it if no one stole anything. Drakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then? If I can't have your name. Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more switch and agile. What is with his hands? All of his hands are cats. You are the strangest thing I have ever seen come in here. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. I don't know how to deal with you. A slippery worm. Coming right up. Oh my god, you are one weird guy. 1, 2, 3. Here you go, Aniko. No worms, perhaps. No worms, but I hope it'll suit your taste better. Like, this guy. What do I do with you? Oh, wow. This is great. Amazing, even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from around here, are ya? Who, me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo! It's short for corruption. Ah, no. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry. Native, duh. Huh. That's interesting. I find it pretty lame, TBH. There's nothing going on over here. Everyone's the same. I do think it's different here on Gaia. Yeah, I mean, no, not really. But I can go anywhere like barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud, all the goody-goody for me because I can be somewhere else tomorrow. You are every red flag and then some. In Avalon, they all see through the game very quickly. I see. Changeling then. Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come after you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool. So, what brings you here, Nico? This, that, you know. Zenith seemed to be a way cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by a giant hog in the front yard and thought I'd come and visit and say hi. That would be mine. Cool! I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. It's all it can be reminded landscape. Take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocketed. And you just admire the wreckage ruin of the one Zenith. I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Do you ever leave your tavern, innkeeper? The city looks like a broken mirror. I bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and BOOM! Yep. Oh. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Ha! Me neither. That someone could be you. Me? No. Absolutely not. I don't get involved with these sorts of things. Ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems? And are they gonna pay me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing and in the end no one thanks you for it. Heroism is an unprofitable art. You're welcome even if you're in trouble for no one destroying others' property. And that after you got the fought tooth and nail to save the village or the eternal damnation. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't an exactly traditional hunt adventurer either. Ugh, no way. I'm a self-righteous and self-sacrificing hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew it. They perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Ereve. They were nice, but too nice, you know. I know exactly what you mean. Were they one of those way of investigating the fallen stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen, didn't really care. But I was nice to them too, you know. Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat by the campfire, drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe, full of robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry. Mythology isn't my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warns him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings tainted the gilded sea in dark shades of misery, leaving behind nothing but the shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruptions at the foot of the Delwell Hills? No. I heard about that when I was in Zolford, though the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read from his tea leaves. Wow, seems like this guy's a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. Tea leaves said the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Delwell. Delwell? So it really could be true. What? It sounds like whatever happened to Delwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmer and void, metaphors of the starless sky. If the wizards were right about the tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Salford, perhaps just a few days ago. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea, just thought he was just babbling. Ah, with everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. All that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or the job was paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Maybe they just realized they can't save everybody. Perhaps they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them, lol. Enough of your maybes, they're pointless and they aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache, I'll go get some fresh air. So long, innkeeper. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, innkeeper. Indeed, Iniko. But not for long. I'm getting bored, and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town. Surely some people don't need the shiny things anymore. Good luck finding someone to help, but that definitely isn't me. So far, I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never ever get disappointed? How? Never have expectations. Duh. Could have figured that one out. I got some rumors here. Alright, so... The spectacle last night left a mark on Aphasia. Not everyone agreed, but the cleric has something sinister. A psychic wizard foretold the starfall of the teacup. Apparently, it's a fragment of calamity. Can be directed down well. Just kind of looking to make sure. I think that's right. A beautiful yet disastrous star fell on Zenith in shambles. The city and surrounding farmlands are destroyed, and some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave an entire night sky empty. So, for whatever happened, is it the harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Wherever it may be, it's said that the fragments of calamity can be traced back to Dalwell, an island to the south of Phesia. Time to feed the drake. Time to clean the floor. Time to snuff out the candles. Ooh, rain. And I think this is a good time for us to finish up. I will say this. I am going to be uploading this as a recorded video because I was starting to stream and it's talking about how my NVIDIA thing is not up to date. I tried doing some fast work on it, but it's not playing nice, so I'm going to have to play with that a little bit. Hopefully I can stream this live next time, but I will upload this video onto Twitch. So in that way, at the very least, people who are used to the streams can still see it. I'm going to do what I can. I don't know what else I can do here. Otherwise, if you do like what I'm doing now and you like hearing the commentary, I am also playing Wizard with a Gun on YouTube. The channel's the same, PixelChef6. If you want to come check out my other recordings, they are uploading every Tuesday. I still don't have an exact time yet. Life's been a little chaotic. But until then, this is PixelChef saying I hope you had a wonderful meal with me today, and I will catch you all on the next course. Thank you very much, and good night.